Hey y'all, hey, it's everybody's favorite everything, SJ Stevens. Y'all, we are finally on day one of 31 days of SJ. Let me say this. If you have been rocking with me from the first 31 days of SJ, like in 2022 or maybe 23, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for always believing in me and encouraging me and supporting me. Like, if I'm not doing something for a long time, I'm getting inboxes like, where you at? What you doing? We waiting on you. We need the advice. So like, thank y'all so much for like just trusting me to like deliver certain information, to just everything. Just thank y'all. So if you are in my close friends, then you already know how this is getting ready to go. If this is new to you and you are not in my close friends, not only are you missing out, but this is a new concept. This is something that I have never talked about publicly before. So y'all, I told you that this 31 days of SJ is going to be focused on the dating experience. What I did not tell people was that I have been doing a dating experiment for the last maybe 3 or 4 months. And the purpose of the experiment, let me say that, because it really was not a game. It was absolutely some hilarious moments, but it was not a game. It was for me to figure out, what am I doing wrong? Like, am I just dating wrong? Am I doing the wrong things when I am dating? Am I the wrong person? Like, what is preventing me from being in a committed relationship? Finding somebody, let me say that. Finding somebody that I want to be in a committed relationship with. Because, like, in my mind, I'm an attractive woman. I am educated. I'm gainfully employed. I don't have small children. Like, I can get up and go. You can post me on social media. Like, I'm single. I just have had the oddest luck. Like, the oddest luck ever. So, if you also know me, you know I'm a church girl. Heathen, turning holy, bear with me. But so, I do a lot of singles groups at my church. So one of the groups that I did maybe 2 semesters ago was about online dating. Had never considered it, never really tried it. I had tried it once when I first got to Charlotte, but it was weird, so I immediately got off. But when they talked about it, the particular lady, she had met her husband on the app. They had been married 18 years, so they were teaching us how to like online date. So I'm like, okay, let's see. So y'all, like I said, for the past 4 months, I have been doing an experiment. Y'all, this has been the craziest experience I have had. And y'all get to hear all about it. I mean, y'all won't get all the details. You know, some things are only for close friends. But y'all. So, a couple things about this experiment. I did date multiple men at a time. I was on multiple dating apps. I was on Hinge, Match.com, I think. BLK, I think that's Black BLK or something like that. I was on Facebook dating, and then I work in what's considered downtown, but it's called Uptown here in Charlotte. So I intentionally put myself in spaces like STK for lunch, Ruth Chris for lunch. I work between like the courts and the law offices and the sheriff's office. I work in that space. So professional men, attorneys, judges, police officers. So I put myself in spaces where the type of men that I think I would like would be at. So that's where I was meeting the people at. And then I developed what I call non-attached dating. So now if somebody else already came up with this, I'm not taking anything from you. I genuinely did not know, but this is what made the most sense to me. Because sometimes you will hear women say, I'm dating multiple men at a time, and people will think, oh, you're sleeping with them. Full disclosure, I have not had sex in 364 days. It is not that. It is not that. Not only have I not had sex, I have not kissed a man in the mouth, like tongue in the mouth. Oh, y'all. Oh, baby. Auntie do not do none of that. There's been one guy that I've kissed in the mouth. Before that, I hadn't kissed a man in the mouth in 364 days. Like, I am so particular about who I let touch me at this age. Like, and it's, again, no shade to anybody and what you do, carry on. I swear I do not care. But for me, like, I don't know how to have just like non-attached, random, free fall sex. I don't see how people do it. Like, how you doing all of these strange things to somebody that you don't even know or like or love? It's odd behavior. But so, again, so I'm not having sex. I'm not kissing in the mouth. So what the non-attached dating, what that is for me is nobody has my direct number. So I have a business, of course. I give people my business number first. In order to evolve to the next level of having my personal number, that means we like damn near go together, right? So nobody gets the personal number out the gate. Nobody knows where I stay at. So I have been on, y'all, in 4 months, I've probably been on 100 dates. Like, I be outside. Nobody picks me up from my house. Nobody drops me off in my house. I did allow one gentleman, we parked his car here and then I drove somewhere because of just the way the night went. But nobody has been inside of my home. Nobody can tell you my address. I don't full frontal hug. This is the one that like got everybody. I don't full frontal hug. I don't want you feeling my boobs. Do not press your thing up against me. None of that. Because again, I'm not having sex. And so a part of me, that's that church girl in me, I know that in order to avoid the temptation of wanting to have sex, I just can't put myself in spaces where I'm turned on, right? I'm human. Just because I'm choosing to not have sex does not mean that I do not have the same feelings, the same emotions, the same desires, all the things. So no, sir, you will not hug me tight and press your thing up against my belly button. Not interested, not going for it. So no full frontal hugging, and then no kissing in the mouth. Now, have I kissed on the cheek? Have I kissed on the lips? About 3 people. But in the mouth, like with my tongue in your, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that is what I have been doing, y'all, for the last 4 months. And it has been, y'all, it has been a whirlwind. I have learned so much about me and about like literally what I was doing wrong. And even more important than what I was doing wrong, I have learned so much about men. So our senior pastor at our church, and I am not, let me also say this. I am not a representative of the church. I'm not going to say the church name because nothing that I say on here is to be taken as a reflection of where I worship or my pastors. Because again, heathen turning holy, and I don't ever want to put a stain, on anything positive that I'm attached to because my life ain't all the way together. So when I say certain things, I'm not going to give specifics, but if you know me, you know. If not, I don't know what to tell you. But that's why I'm going to say things the way that I say them. That's just a disclaimer. But so my senior pastor, at some point during these relationship series that we do, they talked about how women and men, we don't really know each other. Like, we don't really know each other, right? Women take dating advice from other women. Men typically take dating advice from other men, right? How can a woman tell you how to date a man? Like, how that work? How can a woman tell a man how he's supposed to be? Like, how can a man tell a woman what she should be? Like, we have this really big disconnect with opposite sexes where nobody is really talking to each other. Nobody is taking the time to learn each other. So when I heard that, and I heard it from several pastors, let me be clear. I have a home church and then I have another church. Different story, different day. But because I kept hearing it, I'm like, yeah, that's right. So y'all, when I tell you I have studied men, I mean studied. I'm reading books. I've talked to men. I've interviewed men. My best friends are men. I have some amazing men in my family that are married, been married 10, 15 years, been with a woman 20 years. I have a very solid core group of men that I am lucky to be surrounded by. So like, yeah, I studied men. And let me say, I'm not a guru of men because I'm a girl, I'm a woman. I don't know. But I absolutely say that more women should be a little bit more intentional about learning men before we start dating. Because once I did that, everything changed. everything about the responses I get from men, the way they talk to me, the way they treat me, the way they, oh, baby. So that's the first thing. That's going to be the jewel for the day. If you do not have close men around you, get you some. Like, if you do not have a platonic male friend, cousin, brother, mentor, pastor, I do not care. But if you do not have that person in your life, you need to get them. Because if you do not have them, these men gonna run amok. Not only are they gonna run amok, you are not gonna get what you want. And I can, let me say that. I won't say I can guarantee, because that's not appropriate. But I will say, you don't know what you don't know. And if you don't know, how do you know but to learn? How do you learn but to ask, but to read the books, but to very carefully and selectively watch the podcast? Like I said, get you some mentor, get around some men. Like, and I'm not talking about men that you're sleeping with. I'm not talking about men who want to sleep with you, because that's going to defeat the purpose. But like, so that's what I'm going to leave it at today, y'all. Get y'all some men in y'all circle, women. Get y'all somebody that's going to really tell you when you're being a fool and when you're not. Somebody that's going to tell you things from a man's perspective, because what I've learned is I had no idea. I had no idea, none whatsoever, what a man wanted, what a man needed, what a man feared, what a man's desires were, what a godly man looked like, what a narcissist. Like, we hear the word, everybody's a narcissist. I had no idea what that really even meant until I started studying men, y'all. So that's all I got for y'all today, but I absolutely encourage you to tune in tomorrow, and I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper into this intentional dating. I'm gonna dive into these. I'm gonna even give y'all some stories, because baby, wait till I tell y'all about the man that I liked who drove the $90,000 car, but I pulled up to his house and I thought it was a bando. Yeah, I have never been more disgusted and discouraged in mankind until I saw a grown man with a $90,000 car live inside of a house that I can only describe as a bando. I don't know if they have bandos in Charlotte, but I know if you're from St. Louis, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's it for today, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow.